This is Ben Television News Roundup, a compilation of major stories in the week ending. I am Tunde Alabi and thank you for being part of it today. October 1st every year is marked as a special day for Nigeria and Nigerians worldwide. This year, Nigeria marked its 54th independence from British colonial masters. The celebration in London, organized by Nigeria High Commission in the United Kingdom, was attended by Nigerians of all walks of life and invited diplomats in the United Kingdom. Nigeria High Commissioner to the UK, Dr. Seriki Dalatu Tafida, said that the country has gone through a series of challenges in the process of becoming Africa's biggest economy. Mr. Tafida stated that Nigeria's unity is not negotiable.
Here, I would like to show our profound gratitude to the members of the international community, especially the United Kingdom, the United States, China, France, Israel, etc., for coming in handy to support the Nigerian government in this unconventional warfare against the insurgency called Boko Haram. Only on the 26th of September, that's exactly 1 week today, at the British Parliament, a spokesman for defense, a member of Parliament, praised the effort of the Nigerian military on fighting the Boko Haram insurgency in the eastern part of the country. With the support of the international community, the Nigerian government is using all the tools of national power, including military, intelligence, police, economic, and political, to ensure that the insurgents are rooted out and the girls freed from the captivity. It is gratifying to know that some of the masterminds have either been arrested and extradited from Sudan, like Amin Sadiq Ogoche, or facing trial like Muhammad Zakari, or killed in the assault by the Nigerian military.
Also speaking at the events were individuals who have made impacts in the country.
I wish Nigeria well for the next 54 years of independence. I particularly wish you well in the struggle against Boko Haram and the very difficult situation in which you have found yourselves. I hope that the relationship between the United Kingdom and Nigeria will continue to flourish at every level, at the political, at the economic, and of course above all at the personal level. And finally, I would like to say on behalf of all of us, thank you very much, High Commissioner, for your kind hospitality here today, and best wishes for the rest of your National Day. Thank you.
Our crew managed to interview some personalities to find out their views.
In the last 54 years, I think Nigeria has definitely gone through quite a lot of different program, policies, government, leaders, but definitely is something that we can say we are in the building process. It's a country that is yet to actually reach the pinnacle. It's a country that is yet to achieve what we think she could achieve globally, and even for the sake of the Nigerians back home in Nigeria. So we have a long way to go, but we're absolutely grateful that as we celebrate the independence, as of now, Nigeria is much more peaceful than last year.
Nigeria has come a long way. Its life has been full of a lot of challenges. It has been derailed several times, sometimes with good intentions when the military thought they were doing good. Now it's back in civilian hands, and the challenge is really respecting the leadership. The challenge is making it work. Nigeria doesn't lack resources. It doesn't lack personnel. It doesn't lack goodwill. It doesn't even lack will. Our leaders need to step up, put the things together, and really make Nigeria sing.
Today we're here at the Nigeria High Commission, and we're wishing Nigeria a happy 54th birthday.
It's been a fantastic 54 years. Nigeria really stands out in the world, and we're here to celebrate that.
Absolutely. I'm from the Passenger Foundation, and one of our key roles is advocacy of human security for all in Africa. And as Vice Chair, I really feel that Nigeria has come a long way.
But we cannot let go. We'll continue to work hard and also encourage people, especially women, to come into politics. Because with women behind behind in the kitchen there, nothing does happen. But I believe that if we are involved, just like Rwanda, if you look at Rwanda, they've got 64% of women in their legislature, and no wonder things are really moving on very well, especially women and gender.
Nigeria is a great nation. Despite all the challenges, Nigeria is a place to be. Investments are growing in all the regions. The government are working hard to curb the security issues at the northeast region of the country.
Hey! Hey! Congratulations, Nigeria.
As Nigeria marks its 54th independence, Nigerians have called on the government to do more to fight corruption and corrupt practices in the country. Speaking in Abuja, Nigeria, some members of Nigeria's upper legislative arm, the Senate, and the chairman of one of Nigeria's anti-corruption agencies, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the ICPC, Barrister Ekpo Unta, expressed their different views on Nigeria's anti-corruption crusade.
Corruption has become part of us. It has become our culture. Corruption is stalking us. There is not let anybody not deceive you. Nigeria is no longer fighting corruption. In fact, we see it as a way of life now. If you are not corrupt, you are odd. You are seen as the odd man out. So let nobody deceive you that anybody is fighting corruption in Nigeria. Every aspect of our life, every aspect, we are all corrupt now.
The government has several agencies in place to deal with corruption. We have the EFCC, we have the ICPC, the Nigerian police has the anti-corruption arm, we have the Bureau for Public Procurement. We have a series of agencies to vet the issue of procurement, purchase, money laundering, loads of acts. Are these not being implemented? Or
those are just agencies, anti-corruption agencies in name. I'm sufficiently informed and equipped to know that there is nothing like that in Nigeria now. There is something called crime and punishment. Tell me, how many big Nigerians has been jailed of recent? How many big Nigerians has been arrested and punished of recent? So if you don't do that, so what is the fight against corruption about? Money are being stolen everywhere. People are doing all kinds of deals that are illegal, that are corrupt, that can destroy the country. In all the agencies in Nigeria, in all the ministry and departments, in all the arms of government, corruption is pervasive. So nobody's fine. There was a pretense under Obasanjo. You could see one big man or the other being taken to court and then jailed, and then maybe a few months after they are released. But that is not happening again. Don't let anybody deceive you, honestly. And this thing called corruption will kill all of us. You could see what damages it has done to the army, to the military. So that soldiers are running away to Cameroon, soldiers are abandoning their duty posts, soldiers are throwing stones at their commander. No agency in this country, there's nobody that is ensconced from corruption anymore. Everybody is involved. Judges, lawmakers, soldiers, pastors, bishops, all aspects of our life. And that is going to be our undoing. It's a cancer that will kill this country, I tell you that.
Matter of fact, part of the ICPC Act empowers the chairman to invite anybody to explain the source of his wealth if, in the opinion of the chairman, it is not in consonance with his earnings or his circumstances in life. You could be in public office and you own properties far in excess of what the public office can earn you. But I have to also take into consideration your family background. Maybe your father or your mother was one of those mentioned in Forbes magazine as one of the richest in the world. That you still have to explain and prove to us. So under the EFCC Act, they will be interested in you to discount that your source of wealth is not from money laundering or from drug trafficking. And there's another agency of government, the Nigerian Drugs Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, that would also be very interested in the source of funding, because you see, money laundering, you have layering. People can bring back such monies and invest in businesses. So we're interested in all these things.
Does the law require that public officials declare their assets?
Yes, like
assuming office.
Yes, that's what I told you when we started. As soon as you get into public office, the first thing you do is the declaration. And it's not just the declaration, you have to take it to the court and have that sworn before a judge.
You get to the churches, you get to the mosque, you get to the traditional institution, those that are being given recognition with chieftaincy title or high vaulting post, you will discover that in one way or the other, they are not living within their income. And nobody is asking questions. So when it becomes all ramifying, then there is need for us to sit down and say, yes, we want to get this thing down. So by not doing enough with those agencies you refer to, it's like we are just throwing money, what is being budgeted year in, year out. It's just being thrown at the problem without solving the problem. So we either provide adequate funding and then get the causative addressed before we start treating the symptoms, then the better for us. The insatiable appetite of every human being is established in economics. But we should be able to prioritize our need and learn to live within our income. Then, redistribution of our resources. A situation whereby 1% of the society is cornering close to 80% of the national resources. Then, we can't talk of egalitarian society. And the effect is the have-nots will not give respite to those that have.
There are things people are doing in this country that, ordinarily in a society, we should have multiplied our prisons 10 times. Because most Nigerians should end up in prison for everything we do. In our little ways, in our different, in the way we live, even from issue of driver's license to issue of completing forms and giving false information. Every day, people do things that they ought not to have done, that could not be done in sane societies. That's why you have a building collapsing and killing more than 115 people, and the president is going to visit the man who committed the crime, the man who refused to obtain approval for such a building, a man who ought to be in jail now.
If you want to come and do business in Nigeria, you get in contact with ICPC, give me the potential areas you want to do your business and the persons you want to do business with. We'll run a check for you and do a corruption risk assessment and give you a report. And I can tell you that if the persons who were to do business with you had other intentions, the moment we get involved, they will either pull out of that business or stay on the straight line. Part of the problem is Nigerians always say, I don't want to put him in trouble. I don't want to put the person in trouble. So who is going to clean your country for you? You come, there's a public officer who is demanding bribes from you. Call ICPC, and if we don't react, don't have faith.
United States struggled to cope with the first Ebola incident in the country following the death of its first Ebola victim, Eric Duncan. The United Kingdom has said that it will send 750 military personnel to Sierra Leone to help in the fight against the deadly virus. International response to the fight against Ebola, which has killed over 3,000 people in West Africa, has been criticized as being too late and too slow. The United States has put in place stringent measures to screen passengers entering the United States from the worst affected countries in West Africa. In the meantime, the United Kingdom will be sending a special force to West African country of Sierra Leone to help with dealing with the deadly virus.
The military is playing a significant role, both in terms of providing medical staffing and in terms of overseeing construction of the new beds. Most of it will be done by local contractors, but under the oversight of Royal Engineers. And what we really urgently need now is more qualified international medical and nursing staff. And the military has limited capacity to supply those without simply drawing reservists out of the NHS.
The UK government is committed to providing whatever support it can to Sierra Leone, and I think we all have to see how this develops and how this crisis escalates, and what all of us, both internationally and UK military, can do to halt the spread of the disease and provide reassurance for healthcare workers to volunteer to go out there to man the NGOs in country, which I think is the long-term preferred solution.
From politics to economy, business, technology, the totality of what makes man is what we bring to you here on this Punch. We give you the information that you need, from business to economy, to politics, to technology. And that's what we do here on this Punch, from the beginning to the end. And that is why we are here. Keep watching this Punch from Ben Television. And today, I'll be your host. This is all we have for you on News Roundup today. Thank you for being part of the program. I am Tunde Alabi. See you again. Bye.